Today we will discuss subset of a set. Let A and B be two sets. Then A is called a subset of B if every element of set A is also an element of set B. That means if every element of set A is also present in the set B, then we say that A is a subset of B, and we write this as A is a subset of B. This is the symbol for a subset of. And we read this as A is a subset of B, or we say A is contained in B. So remember this. This is a symbol for a subset of. So A is contained in B, or we read A is a subset of B. If A is a subset of B, that is, if A is contained in B, then here A is the subset and this set B is called the superset of A. That means when A is contained in B, the larger collection is B. So here B, which is the larger collection which contains the set A, is called the superset of the set A. And if A is not a subset of B, then we write A is not a subset of B. So this is the symbol for not a subset. Look here. This was the symbol for a subset. If we want not a subset, so we just cross this. So this is the symbol for not a subset. For example, consider the set A with elements 2, 3, 5 and the set B with elements 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Now the question is A a subset of B? A will be a subset of B if every element of set A is also present in the set B. So let's check that. First element of set A is 2. Is it there in B? Yes. Next is 3. 3 is also present in B. Next is 5, which is also there in B. So we see that every element of set A is present in the set B. So that means A is a subset of B. That is, A is contained in B, which means that A is a part of B. So here we have seen that A is a subset of B. If I ask you, is B a subset of A? Answer is no, because B will be a subset of A if every element of the set B is present in the set A. But here we see that 1 is an element of the set B, but 1 is not there in the set A. So we are able to find at least one element in the set B which is not there in the set A. So B is not a subset of A. That is, B is not contained in the set A. Now consider the set A with elements 1, 2, 3. If I ask you, is A a subset of A? Answer is yes, because every element of the set A will be an element of the set A. So every set is a subset of itself. And also note that empty set is a subset of every set. That is, if A is the set with elements 1, 2, 3, then 5, which is the null set, will be a subset of A. That means null set is considered as a subset of every set because If I say that phi is not a subset of A, that means there should exist at least one element in the set phi which is not there in the set A. Can we find any such element? No, we cannot find, because phi is an empty set and it contains no element. So therefore, phi is considered as the subset of every set. So remember this, every set is a subset of itself and empty set is a subset of every set. Now consider the set A with elements 1, 3, 5 and another set B with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here you can see that A is a subset of B, because every element of set A is there in the set B. 1 is there in B, 3 is there in B, 5 is there in B. And also A is not equal to B, because A and B do not contain the same elements, because 2 is there in B which is not in A. So here this A is called the proper subset of B. So A is called a proper subset of set B if A is contained in B but A is not equal to B. Look here, we have seen that every set is a subset of itself. That means given a set, A will be a subset of A, but here A is not a proper subset of this, because these are exactly the same sets. Also note that if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then it will imply that A is equal to B. That means if A is contained in B and also B is contained in A, then it means that A and B are exactly the same. That is, A is equal to B. Now we will discuss number of subsets of a set. That is, we will learn how many subsets a set can have. So let's take few examples. Consider the set A. And here A is an empty set. That is, number of elements in the set A is 0. We have learned that every set is a subset of itself. That means here A will be a subset of A, and we also learned that empty set is a subset of every set. So because here A itself is the empty set, so this set A will have only one subset, namely the empty set, that is phi. So here number of subsets is equal to 1. Now let's take another set, capital A, with one element, that is the small a. Now here this set A will have two subsets, namely the set itself and the null set. So here number of subsets is 2 and the number of elements in the set is 1. Let's take another set A with 2 elements. Now the subsets will be, yes, first we form all the subsets which will contain only one element. So the first subset is this set, second is this, Then third subset will be the set itself and the null set. So here number of subsets is 4 and number of elements in the set A is 2. Now let's take a set with 3 elements. So the subsets will be this set with single element B, set with single element C. Now we will form the subsets with 2 elements. So first I'll pair A and B, then A and C, and then B and C. Then the set itself and the null set. So here number of elements in the set A is 3 and number of subsets is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now look here. When the number of elements in the set A was 0, that is when A was an empty set, then number of subsets was 1 and this 1 can be written as 2 raised to the power this 0. Similarly, when the set contained one element, that is when the number of elements in the set A was 1, so the number of subsets was 2 and this 2 can be written as 2 raised to the power 1, this 1. Similarly, when the number of elements in the set was 2, so the total number of subsets were 4, which is 2 raised to the power 2. When number of elements in set A was 3, total number of subsets was 2 raised to the power 3. So in general, if a set A has m elements, then total number of subsets of A will be 2 raised to the power m. That means if a set A has 5 elements, then number of subsets of A will be 2 raised to the power 5, that is 32. So a set with 5 elements will have 32 subsets. So we have seen that if a set has m elements, then the total number of subsets of that set will be 2 raised to the power m. Now, let us define power set of a set. The set consisting of all the possible subsets of a given set A is called the power set of A and is denoted by PA. That means power set of a set is the set which contains all the subsets of that given set. For example, let us take a set A with elements 1, 2. Now number of elements in the set A is 2. So we have learnt that total number of possible subsets will be 2 raised to the power 2. That is 4 subsets. Now what are those subsets? First subset will be the set containing the element 1. Second is the set containing the element 2. Third subset will be the set itself. And the fourth subset will be the null set. Now there are 4 possible subsets. Now if I collect these possible subsets and I form a set, now this set which contains all the possible subsets of the set A is called the power set of A and it is denoted by PA. So this stands for the power set of A. And yes, if number of elements in the set A is m, so total possible subsets, number of total possible subsets will be 2 raised to the power m. So number of elements in the power set of A will be 2 raised to the power m, because power set contains all the possible subsets of the set A. So as there will be 2 raised to the power m subsets, so the total number of elements in the power set of A will be 2 raised to the power m. Now here, this set is an element of the power set. So I'll write this belongs to power set of A because this is a subset of A. All possible subsets of A belong to the power set. So if any set belongs to the power set of A, that means that set has to be the subset of A.